In 1957, I sat in front of the television watching this old black and white TV, I'll never forget, the Muntz TV. And in the living room, and here's this 7-year-old kid, I turned around and said to my mom, I says, 3 things. I'm gonna work for Elvis Presley, Ricky Nelson, and I'm gonna be on television. Well, by the time I was 25, I'd done all 3 things. Actually 27, excuse me. I went to work for Elvis in 1973. And after Elvis passed away, I went to work for Ricky Nelson off and on for 4 years. And what an experience, because those guys were just absolutely the greatest. And then here in town, I had the occasion to work with Elizabeth Taylor one night. And she came into town for a birthday party, and we picked her up at the airport at the executive terminal and took her to the party, and I handled her security that night. And when I took her back to the airport, she gave me a kiss on the cheek. What a beautiful, beautiful lady. And as I was holding her hand, I went to kiss her hand, and there was this ring on her finger that Richard Burton gave her. Biggest rock I'd ever seen. I didn't know whether I was supposed to kiss her hand or bite her finger, you know, but it was unbelievable. A person like Elvis Presley, like Michael Jackson. We also took care of Michael Jackson when he was in town here for 2.5 weeks, our crew of people. You know, it's really important that with those type of people that cannot go out in the public without people around them to be able to do the things that they need to do. You know, there's a lot of planning that's involved. And in just going to a small little place, there's a lot of planning that has to happen, because all it takes is just that one little bad move and somebody's going to get hurt. And generally what we found is that we had to keep a lot of people away from hurting themselves, as opposed to hurting Elvis or Ricky or Paul or whatever, because, you know, people, they just get so caught up in the moment of seeing their idol that they get crazy.